Greetings, everybody. Hello. How do you do? I'm just giving like 5 seconds before everybody gets on. Hey! So this is my own premiere. This is the way I like to show off the work on the main channel. This is the newest episode on the Only in Japan main channel. I am John. This is Only in Japan Go. And I'm going to talk about the video that I just uploaded. It's called Japanese Otaku Mind Decodes Vermeer. And if you don't know Vermeer, Vermeer is a Dutch artist from the mid-17th century. Vermeer is a Dutch artist from the mid-17th century, around the middle of the 1600s, who painted with an amazing amount of detail and light. Some of the paintings that are famous include The Milkmaid, where a woman is pouring milk into a container. And she's got bread on the table. It's a very delicious painting, by the way. And then there's also The Girl with the Pearl Earring, which is very famous. They call that the Mona Lisa of the North, meaning it's, if Da Vinci is from Italy, which is the south, up in the north, if Da Vinci is from Italy, which is the south, up in the north, which is Holland, that's their beautiful woman. That's just an iconic masterpiece. So when I was approached by Google Culture and Arts Department to work with the Mauritshuis Museum in Holland, I'm like, whoa, this is bigger than I can even imagine. Working with a big corporation and a big museum, a world-renowned museum, was just an amazing opportunity. The campaign is called Meet Vermeer, hashtag Meet Vermeer, and I couldn't really talk about it until now, but now I can. And this video, it might not seem like it fits for a lot of people into the channel, but it very much does, because it's an examination into the mind of an otaku. And a real otaku does not have to be somebody who likes anime and manga. A real otaku is somebody who has just this extra level of passion, whether it's a tech otaku, whether it is a manga or anime otaku, a movie otaku, a camera otaku. They just live surrounded by cameras. That is a tech or camera otaku. Professor Fukuoka in this video is a science and art otaku at an extreme. He is so much in his bubble that, I mean, if you watch the video, you can kind of get a sense of it. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is just breaking down. Yeah, you have those kinds of otaku too. I'm going to break down this video, and then we're going to talk about it and see what exactly some of the points that I learned from making this video are, and there were a ton. Hello, Cheesecake Sim. I see here a lot of people are coming online. Thanks for joining me. You might not have gotten a notification because this is the second live stream of the day, and I'm thinking about doing another one right after this because I'm only in Oita City. I'm actually on location. I'm not, which is why there's a hairdryer on the table. This is a business hotel in Japan. I'm on location shoots right now. But without further ado, I'm going to give you a director's cut or my premiere. So this is the start of the show. Japan's Vermeer obsession inside the otaku mind. I'm going to stop this as the video goes on, and you can watch this as well if you haven't already. It's a pretty cool video. Welcome to Ueno here in Tokyo. This is where you're going to find many of Japan's national museums and where you're going to find Vermeer, known as Vermeer in Japanese. Now, the exhibit is only taking place until February. It's an exhibit where if you go to Ueno Park, you're going to see a line that is just like, it's so long. It's ridiculously long. And that's one of the reasons why it's been in the news a lot. Like, why are people waiting to get in to see Vermeer? And it has to do sort of about the way this, it's not so much that they're waiting, but it's structured like Fast Pass. Everyone's waiting in line for 1 o'clock to enter, and the line gets super long. And then sometimes it's only like 30 minutes to 1 hour to get in, but people will wait for 2 hours for that next time slot to open. So that's actually very much true.
Ueno is a peaceful park with 6 exceptional museums and a zoo, and where you'll find Saigo Takamori, the last samurai.
I was standing in front of this statue about 2 years ago celebrating 250,000 subscribers. Do you guys remember that video? It's not a very popular video, but it's kind of an important place to me because that's where I filmed it. Now, probably next month, we're going to be passing 1 million subscribers. So we've come a long way. This channel's come a long way. It was fun to go back here and film this scene, knowing that we're on the cusp of peaking to 1 million.
Standing tall. He's pretty big here in Ueno, but who's big in Japan these days? It's hard not to say Tommy Lee Jones. He's the pitchman for a canned coffee brand, and yet
Who does not love Tommy Lee Jones? And there's going to be a couple of people because the internet's a very, very big place. But Tommy Lee Jones, I think it's for at least 10 years, maybe a little bit less. He's been just consistently on the commercials. I don't think he asks a lot of money like the other Hollywood actors that do commercials. He's a very smart man. He's always on commercials in Japan, meaning his works always do well in Japan because he's a known person. So you gotta love Tommy Lee Jones. He's everywhere in Japan.
yes,
Boss.
he loves Japanese coffee.
Yeah. Boss Coffee.
Product marketing is a way to see who's big
Johnny
in
Depp.
Japan these days.
Leonardo DiCaprio did Jim Beam commercials in Japan. A lot of people don't know. Johnny Depp was doing a beer commercial for Asahi. He did a brand new a beer commercial. They got paid a massive amount of money to do this, but a lot of people don't know that Arnold Schwarzenegger also did commercials for Suntory beer. Bruce Willis did gasoline commercials. So Al Pacino did a love scene in a bed for a credit card company, I believe. And DiCaprio was doing credit card commercials after the Titanic here in Japan for Oriko card, which I remember very vividly. Like, what? A Hollywood actor doing commercials in Japan? That's crazy! And yet it's so cool. It's so cool.
And recently I saw this, the painting of the milkmaid on an ad for a Tokyo soup chain.
Very cool.
Like the painting, it has broken pieces of bread and fresh milk.
This is just incredible. They've taken the essence, and I have to give this is Tokyo Soup Stock. It's a chain that you can find all over the city. You have to give them credit for innovating. Go in, if you are in Japan in the next couple of months, go in and try this soup because it's not going to be around for much longer. It's only available at Ueno and inside of Ueno Station. And they've actually taken, like, you see broken pieces of bread on the table and she's pouring milk into the canister. This is a very famous artwork. They've put that essence into their soup. It's a milk-based soup with broken pieces of bread. Sorry, we're losing the gimbal here. And that's just, that to me, that was just like, whoa. That was a super cool. Okay, let me see if I can get this gimbal back on. Alright, let's continue this. This is fun.
How did an artist's work become a meal in a cup? Japan really loves Vermeer's work.
They do. He's very popular
I was
here.
surprised by that too. Vermeer is so popular in Japan that people line up for hours to see his work at the museum.
You can get museum tickets at a convenience store,
The
but there's
line
always
is
a wait
this
because
long.
attendance is the highest in the world.
It's
He
crazy.
even has his own brand of otaku, the Vermeer Otaku, one of which we're going to be meeting today. So the question is, what makes Vermeer so popular in Japan?
The answer on how Vermeer's art is interpreted here also gives good insight into Japanese culture. I headed
I found that sometimes, even though it's not related, when you look for an answer for a reason of something, you learn a lot about the mind and the country on the whole. This is it's extremely important to notice that although the title and the topic may not seem something relevant to the channel, the actual information inside of it is very relevant. So if you're reading manga and anime and you want to kind of figure out the basis of a lot of these things, you have to understand the mind of the people that live here. And although this has to do with Vermeer's art, understanding why the people love Vermeer is such like a look inside of the mind of otaku, which is a big subculture here in Japan, and people in general. I kind of like that. Yeah, Gakuin is university, right?
to
Aoyama
Aoyama
Gakuin
Gakuin
University,
University on a
yeah.
lovely autumn day to meet with
Beautiful
an expert
autumn
in
colors.
Vermeer's work. This is Professor Shinichi Fukuoka.
You gotta love this guy. You have to really love this guy.
He's written a few books on Vermeer, and
You can get this in
when you
English.
get to his
by the way.
office, you realize he's more than an expert. He's a Vermeer otaku. Is that the original 1672 ladies' seat at a virginal? My first thought was, whoa, there's at least $25 million worth of masterpieces here. That frame,
Yeah.
the original milkmaid on the floor? And that one too? Who?
No, Professor Fukuoka is such an otaku. This is important. He every single little detail was scrutinized to the most minute detail, and he even created the frames exactly the same.
Who is
everything,
this guy?
everything
It's
was.
Professor Fukuoka, the biggest Vermeer otaku in the world. And he has a thing for the Mona Lisa of the North. You can find the original girl with the pearl earring at the Mart's house in the Netherlands. And the professor is quite familiar with that. He
Yeah.
had a perfect recreation in his house in New York when he was a post-grad student there.
Very cool
The Mart's house
campaign.
invited him for a visit. But the professor didn't know they'd completely recreated
He really did not know that what he was going to find at Mart's house.
his New York City apartment inside the museum.
I love this story.
A dream come true. An afternoon with the original at home. Sort of.
This is the actual Mart's House Museum. This museum is hundreds of years old, and there he is, and they've recreated his living room, just like at home, with the original cut out in the wall. You have to be just wrap that around your mind, okay? That's just crazy. Before I lose some people here, one note. I cut a scene out of this that's 90 seconds. It's a big discovery that Professor Fukuoka has made using his otaku brain. It's a huge discovery. I cannot reveal that secret until December 15th. I will show you that in this video, so watch this video again on December 15th. Please keep that in mind. December 15th, you're going to see this video get longer, and a secret's going to be revealed. So make sure you write that down.
Let's just say it's easier for the museum this way.
What did you think when you saw that?
That's more than wonderful.
More than
But
wonderful.
there's more to this story. And to learn why Vermeer is big here, I have to understand Professor Fukuoka's passion. He's uncovered a lot about Vermeer's life because
I'm kind of introvert, lonely kids. Butterfly is only my friends, and microscope is only.
He's a very, very shy guy. He lives within himself. This is a thing from Otaku, and he admits it, and I like that. You know, he knows who he is because he's an author now. He's older now, and the fact that he admits it and he's cool with it made this a really interesting episode, I think.
My tools. So it's a kind of otaku obsession.
Obsession.
Or, that's,
Very humble.
That's me at this moment, at that moment.
Mm. So that means then you are an otaku.
Yes, obsession or nerd, geek, or some kind of
I'm trying not to
weirdness,
judge.
but it's otaku mind, obsession mind is a kind of a talent to be scientist.
he loved butterflies and microscopes.
You have to be obsessed with your work in order to get to another level. You have to take it that seriously. You have to just continuously pour over and over and over and over something. Sometimes, sorry, I'm losing it. Sometimes it's not a good thing, but if you're a scientist and you're going to make a discovery, that's an important thing. Hold on a second, guys. And Professor, and I learned this. I learned this about the otaku mind. I'm trying to charge the phone at the same time. You have to have that obsession in order to make discoveries, and scientists, more or less, are very introverted. They're kind of into their own world. We're back on with the gimbal, and that kind of next level obsession is where discoveries are found, where you find some stuff. We can add otaku to the English dictionary. A lot of people think of it as a derogatory word, and it sort of was a long time ago. But now I think the people that are otaku are pretty cool with it, because what I want to show you is that you can be an otaku and you can still be pretty cool. I think this guy's pretty cool. I think that Professor Fukuoka is pretty cool. He has discovered something that experts have been looking at for hundreds of years, and he found something that they missed. And he didn't go to school for art, all right? But he found these things out using his science, and that's, that to me,
As a kid,
there's
which
hope
is when he discovered
for us
Leeuwenhoek,
otaku.
a pioneer in microscopy in the 17th century Holland.
The original microscope.
He even recreated Leeuwenhoek's journal.
Page by page, exactly.
He discovered something
Exactly.
odd with the drawings.
This is a replica of a
I
journal.
first thought Leeuwenhoek had very skillful artistic talent, but in fact it's not true. Leeuwenhoek said in his notebook something like this: Leeuwenhoek was not good at drawing, so he,
Leeuwenhoek,
asked someone skillful to draw picture for him.
Who could it be? An artist who lived near him, perhaps? In the city of Delft in the mid
Vermeer.
1600s?
Vermeer.
You
Vermeer.
have an otaku mind that's very analytical.
Yes.
You see things like in an extreme.
Yeah.
So this otaku mind led to some amazing discovery.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
There were some well-drawn images and also childlike drawings, although scientifically accurate. But they didn't match.
All of a sudden, touch has been changed completely. First part, very artistic, but a later part is scientifically precise, but no more artistic.
The claw-like drawing here was a big clue. It's just too well drawn.
Nobody ever questioned this. They had looked over Leeuwenhoek's, I can never get his name right. They looked over his journal, and they didn't even notice that the drawings had changed from super, super artistic masterpieces to like childlike stick figures. And nobody questioned that except for him. He goes, how come it changed? And it was his otaku mind, his obsession. He goes, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. And he came up with the answer.
And those artistic drawings vanished in an important year.
It's a year 1675. Vermeer died. So it's all circumstantial evidence, but I believe personally Leeuwenhoek and Vermeer, they're
buddies.
They're like best friends,
Yeah.
basically. And best friends share things, which means Vermeer shared his artistic talents in the journal,
yeah.
and the microscopic talents
transfer to
Vermeer.
Vermeer from Leeuwenhoek.
Vermeer's work has some science into it, okay? You see the way that he projected, you can see the light in his work. It's very detailed on a microscopic level. The father of microscopy is Leeuwenhoek. And Leeuwenhoek and Vermeer were best friends, like very good friends. They didn't have telephones. They didn't have to write letters. They would go just knock on their door. They lived in the city of Delft in Holland. They knew each other, and they actually helped each other in their work. Leeuwenhoek in his journal for putting his scientific discoveries in better detail in his drawings, and then Leeuwenhoek giving science to Vermeer, giving a science aspect to it. And this leads his otaku mind to make the connection, and that's pretty cool.
And no real document like letters or some written material has not been found.
Because they're best friends.
But they live in very close distance.
and nobody had made this connection before.
No. Someone said they are new to each other, but helping Leeuwenhoek microscopic study by Johannes Vermeer. That's my original finding.
Yeah.
He found
Wow.
this.
So this is the discovery of an otaku mind.
Right.
But there's more.
Yes.
There's more.
Yeah.
There's more.
Listen.
All right, guys, this is a special note only for the people watching right here. I cut a scene out of this, and you're gonna see this secret scene on the 15th of December. So you're gonna watch this video again in about 12 days from now. Okay, there's a secret scene that's cut. I'm losing the gimbal. There's a secret scene that's cut that's gonna be coming back on. So just a little bit of information. It's gonna be right in that spot. There is more. A secret. Yeah, it's a brand new discovery. Oh, we're losing the gimbal. I'm sorry. There's a brand new discovery. Let me see if I can get this to balance better. Oh man, this gimbal has been working hard today. It's a hard worker. Oh, it's red hot. It's red hot. All right, I'm gonna go like this for a while. It's a pretty interesting discovery, and he won't reveal it until the 15th. It's a new discovery. This means it's kind of newsworthy, and I'm really happy to have been able to bring this story to you. We're gonna see this a little bit more. Hold on a second. This is fun. I gotta put one ad
I
in
guess
there
we
make
have to
money.
answer, what exactly is an otaku? I asked my friend Patrick W. Galbraith,
I
who is a
love
leading
Patrick.
expert in
I
Japanese
love Patrick.
subculture and the study of the otaku mind, like in his book Otaku Spaces. Is this Professor Fukuoka an
Very
otaku?
good book.
Yeah, he's a textbook definition. So according to the Kojien, the Japanese
Akihabara.
dictionary, an otaku is someone who's interested in a particular object or genre, extraordinarily knowledgeable about it, he fits it perfectly, and the last part of the definition is lacking in social common sense. So take your fandom, take your interest in an object or genre, or a painting or a painter, one step further. That makes you into an otaku according to the Japanese definition.
That also means that my friend Patrick is an otaku in the study of otaku. Once he starts talking, better bring popcorn. Now the question, what do Japanese see in Vermeer's work?
I like
Let's
this
ask
part.
the professor.
I like this part.
So when you see this painting,
All right. I was told that we would be able to get access to film inside of the Ueno Royal Museum at some of the works, and at the last minute they rejected the proposal. I don't know why. They had done media events there. It was just a weird situation, and so what I did was I got a light and I recreated sort of like we were in a museum or something, and I had printed out the photos and I put them up on the wall, and I said, Professor Fukuoka, let's just pretend like we're looking at these and talk about it. And he goes, okay. So I wanted to get that kind of a feeling for you. So we had to pretend.
Yes, I can see microscopic universe inside of the Vermeer painting. It's small world, but contain everything.
This is like psycho music. Just a little bit. But I think that that's sort of the passion that he has. He's talking like well on another level. He's well on another level, and I love it.
Universe. And Vermeer painting always very fair, no ego, and very precise. That's the reason Japanese people love Vermeer stuff, because we love small thing without ego, and we see universe inside of it.
right, it's realistic. He didn't put himself too much into what he sees. He used it from more of a scientific point of view.
And I mean, like Van Gogh, he kind of puts his style into the work. There's no real style. It's just beautifully lit everyday life, okay? So there's a difference between Van Gogh's work and Vermeer's work. And Japanese like Vermeer's work because he didn't put himself into it, which makes it pretty
Exactly.
unique.
Very science mind.
Science.
In it, I see scientific mind in
Leeuwenhoek.
Vermeer paintings. Vermeer painting itself.
The Da
is
Vinci, the
still-
Vermeer Code,
It's
Zagyu.
moving.
So now we're looking at the lady with the pearl earring.
Actually, there's no painting there. This is just between you and me. There's no painting there. We're just pretending. I put it
What
here.
do Japanese people see in this painting? What makes it so special?
I think we shared same kind of experience, special experience. When look at her looks
At
you.
you. I
We're
love
looking at
it.
the original right now, but your recreations are different.
Right. It's not just a copy, not just a replica. We just reconstruct the original color and brush stroke in almost 360 years ago with computer graphic design technique.
Do you understand what he's saying? He's made the original better than the original because he fixed the colors to make it look like it was painted 360 years ago. Basically, he white balanced it. So all of the centuries sitting in the museum where the colors might have diminished, he made them vibrant again in his version. Because he's an otaku and he wanted the details to be just a little bit better. And that's what he did. Seriously, these pictures are more vibrant and look better than the originals. Even though it's the original frame, it's the original painting, every single stroke by computer, recreated, all the brush strokes exactly the same, except the color is better in his version. He wanted something better that was in the museum. That's
and we
amazing.
restore everything to the point when Vermeer created.
He restored everything to the point that Vermeer created it. All right? Keep that in your mind.
So it's more beautiful, more precise than the original.
It's more than a high level of passion.
More beautiful, more precise than the original. The ramblings of a madman, or just an otaku. Sorry, we're losing the gimbal here. Or just an otaku who's very, very passionate about his work. I think that's it.
It's the highest level.
It's not the otaku level, it's the highest level of otaku.
I wanted to get another point of view, so I asked a former art
A normal point of view.
student who studied in Japan about her thoughts.
ベルメールのどこが好きと言われたら、日常生活を描いている中でどこかミステリアスな雰囲気があるところがいいなって思います。日常生活の一部なんですけど、日本ではあまり見ない光景かなっていうところと、差し込んでくる光でパンとか牛乳とか見慣れた風景がキラキラして見えるっていうのがすごいみんな好き
He
な
makes it
の
look
かな
better.
と思います。
Vermeer makes things, everyday life, look better.
Yuki's view doesn't go into microscopic detail as the professor's,
Yeah.
but it explains a lot.
Does.
Vermeer's painting makes everyday life seem nicer.
All right,
Back in Ueno,
I discovered that Vermeer has a cocktail. I couldn't say the
there's
word
also a
cocktail.
drink dedicated to Vermeer.
A drink.
It matches the colors of the milkmaid.
That's crazy. And it's made of
There's
milk.
no doubt there's a deep love for Vermeer's work in Japan.
Deep.
And if you're not
Like
a
the
collector
blue in
or an
this
otaku,
drink.
only in Japan can you have a meal of it and say kanpai.
Kanpai.
If you liked it, click the subscribe button and watch more of my series.
Click the subscribe button, and there you have it. I'm on an angle, but the point is that this was a really, really important episode for me to do, and a fun one, and it took a lot of time, and I couldn't talk about it until now. And now that I can talk about it, it's pretty cool. It's a Meet Vermeer campaign, hashtag Meet Vermeer, so you're going to see a lot of work, and it's all coming from Google Arts and Culture, or is it Culture and Arts? Google, and the Mauritshuis Museum in Holland, and it was pretty cool to work together with a really professional team of people and get access to talk with Professor Fukuoka. A really amazing experience. I'm looking forward to celebrating the release of this episode and Professor Fukuoka's Secret, which is coming out on the 25th of December. When I come back to Japan, I'm going to be meeting with him and having dinner, and we're going to have a really fun time. My wife is going out with all of us too, and maybe I'm going to get Patrick with us, and we're going to talk about Vermeer. I think this is a pretty, some people might not like this episode, but I don't always do travel stuff, introducing Japan to you. I don't do like vlogs about me and like, oh, look, we're in Shibuya. I do that sometimes, but I want to do something, I want to do work like this that leaves an impression on you to see something in a different way. And I think it requires a little bit of journalistic research and diving into something, but I think that's what makes this job so fascinating to me. It's the ability to be able to learn something new, making a video about a topic that I'm interested in, and following a road that takes me to a completely different area that I didn't expect. And that's what I think I'm hoping that people who click and watch this video go down a road that they didn't expect and learn something really, really new about Japan, about otaku, about Professor Fukuoka, about Vermeer, about art in Japan, about how Japanese take a product and make food and drinks out of it, about how foreigners can be celebrated and become big in Japan. There's so many different little themes inside this that I took away as a producer of this content, that this is the kind of stuff that I think I'm gonna keep making every now and then, besides the regular street food episode, which is a lot of fun. I love street food, but Japan is a lot more than just food. And I think that for many people who are watching the Only Japan series and these live streams, they kind of get that. Today we talked about the history of a building that survived World War II. These are the kind of things that I think are in the back of the minds of a lot of people. And there's already 99% of the people are doing all the other stuff on street food and on tourism. I want to do stuff on that 1% that is about history, that's about culture, about things that people don't know about yet, and things that have a story behind it. I'm looking for stories, and that's the only Japan channel. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. Hit that like button if you like these premieres, and if you like the dying gimbal, like that too. Click the like button. But I'm gonna be in Oita City for one more day. I'm filming a main channel episode here in Oita. I'm in a hotel right now. You can see, spending the night in Oita. It's a pretty nice city. So leave a comment on the main channel episode, and I will pin the best one tomorrow morning. So you guys have a good day, good night. I'll see you in the next live stream, maybe tomorrow. Thanks, Ramsilent and everybody. Bye-bye.